Have you ever stood at the edge of your life, not physically but emotionally, spiritually, wondering if it even matters that you're still here? Wondering if the world would really change at all if you just disappeared? Maybe you've whispered questions into your pillow that no one knows about. Maybe your tears have become a secret language between you and the silence. You've smiled in front of people who never saw the storm in your soul. You've carried the weight of despair so long, it almost feels normal now. But before you even think about letting go, before you make a decision in the dark that can't be undone, I need you to hear me. Not just with your ears, but with your heart. Don't choose the rope. Don't choose the silence. Don't choose the lie that says you're a burden, that you're forgotten, or that you'll never get out of this valley. Because God's not done with you. Not now. Not yet. Not ever. The rope, that's the enemy's plan. To convince you that it's over. That there's no comeback, no redemption, no light on the other side of this darkness. But that's a lie. And you need to know the truth. The truth is, you are still here because purpose still lives in you. The breath in your lungs isn't an accident. The fact that you press play on this video is not random. This is a divine interruption. A holy rescue. A moment carved out by God Himself to remind you that you still have a name. You still have value. And you are still loved, deeply, fiercely, and eternally loved. Maybe you've messed up. Maybe you feel broken. Maybe life feels unbearable. But I promise you, there is another side to this pain. And there is a hand reaching out in the dark, calling your name, whispering over and over again, I'm not done with you. You're not alone. Don't give up. Don't choose the rope. Let's talk. Let's walk through this together. Because there is more ahead for you than anything you've left behind. Let's begin. I know what it feels like to sit in silence and wonder if anyone would notice if you were gone. I know what it's like to carry the crushing weight of disappointment, shame, and invisible pain. You feel like a ghost in your own life, present but fading. You've tried to pray, but the words wouldn't come. You've opened your Bible, but the pages felt empty. And you've asked the question no one else hears, God, where are you? You're not weak for feeling this way. You're not faithless because you're hurting. You're human. And this is your breaking point. But listen closely, what feels like the end is often the beginning of something new. God has a history of meeting people at the edge of their despair. You are not disqualified by your depression. You are not dismissed because you're struggling. You are not forgotten because you feel stuck. God's not finished. He is not turning away from you, He is running toward you. You may not see a way forward, but He does. And His plan is still unfolding. In Jeremiah 29 verse 11, God says, For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a future and a hope. That's not just a verse we quote when things are good. That's a lifeline when everything is falling apart. That's not poetry. That's a promise. And it's for you. Don't choose the rope, because what you're calling the end, God is calling the turning point.
Let me tell you a story. There was a man named Elijah, a prophet, a man of God. But even he, in a moment of deep fear and exhaustion, ran into the wilderness and said, God, I've had enough. Take my life. He lay under a tree and waited to die. But God didn't answer with judgment. He didn't rebuke him. He sent an angel with food, with rest, with a gentle touch. God didn't abandon Elijah in his lowest moment. He met him there, strengthened him, gave him purpose again, and Elijah went on to change nations. That same God sees you, right now, on the floor, in the dark, on the edge, and He's whispering, get up, eat, rest, because this is not the end. I've got more for you. Don't choose the rope. Choose to believe, just for a moment, that the one who created the stars also created you with intention, that your pain is not wasted, that your story is not over, that the night you're in will not last forever, and that there is a future so full of life, it would break your heart to miss it. You are not too far gone. You are not too broken. You are not too late. There is someone who needs your story, someone who will survive because you did, someone who will find light because you chose not to let the darkness win. So take a breath. God is not done with you, and He never will be. Let Him write the next chapter. It may not be easy, it may not be quick, but it will be worth it, because even now, even here, you are held. You are known. You are loved. Don't choose the rope. Choose life. Choose hope. Choose to believe that this moment is not where your story ends, but where grace begins. Maybe you're still here, listening, but the war inside your mind hasn't stopped. You hear this message, and yet there's a voice in the back of your head still whispering, "But you don't know what I've done. You don't know how far I've fallen." And you're right, I don't, but God does. And He still hasn't walked away. He knew the darkest parts of your story before you ever lived them. He saw every broken moment, every silent scream, every regret, and He still said, "I want them." That's the kind of love we can't earn, and we definitely can't lose. Don't choose the rope. Choose to believe that even now, in this exact moment, God is reaching into your darkness, not to scold you, but to save you, not to punish you, but to pull you close. You may feel forgotten, but the cross says otherwise. The nails say otherwise. The empty tomb says otherwise. The story of Jesus isn't just about life after death. It's about resurrection in the middle of death. It's about hope in the middle of hopelessness. It's about purpose, even when you're convinced your purpose is over. God didn't create you to be another tragic ending. He created you with intention. And what He starts, He finishes. I want to talk to the one who's been hiding their tears behind laughter. The one who shows up for everyone else, but no one knows what you're carrying. You're tired. You're worn out. You've been crying out for something, anything, to give you a reason to stay. Let this be that reason. God's not done with you. There's more inside you than pain. There's purpose. There's power. There's still potential. And if you'll let Him, God will take every shattered piece of your story and build something beautiful with it. He's not asking you to have it all together. He's just asking you to hold on. Just one more day. Just one more breath. Just one more prayer. Not because life is magically going to be perfect tomorrow, but because if you'll stay, if you'll trust Him, you're going to see that the valley you're in is not your grave. It's the place where something new is being born. Don't choose the rope. Choose healing, even if it's slow. Choose reaching out, even if your hands are trembling. Choose believing, even when your faith feels like a flicker. God's not waiting for you to be strong. He just wants you to say yes. Yes to living. Yes to trying again. Yes to letting Him show you that this pain has a purpose, and this storm has an end. So right now, right here, I want you to say it out loud, even if it's barely a whisper. God's not done with me. Say it again. God's not done with me. And He never will be. You've just spoken the truth. You've just declared that your story isn't over. You've just reminded your heart that God is not finished with you, even if it feels like everything around you is crumbling. Now let's take a moment and look deeper at what it means when we say, God's not done with you. Because I know right now, you might still be wrestling with that nagging feeling, that fear that maybe you're too far gone, that maybe the damage you've done, or the choices you've made, have disqualified you. You might even be thinking, I don't deserve to be loved. I don't deserve to be helped. But that's the thing. Grace is never about deserving. It's about receiving what we can't earn. And God's grace is greater than your worst mistake. It's greater than your deepest regret. It's stronger than your darkest moment. When God says He's not done with you, He's not just talking about your future. He's saying, even now, in this very moment, I'm working. I'm making something new. I'm redeeming what the enemy thought he could steal.
You see, it's not about being perfect. It's about being willing. It's about showing up even when you don't feel ready. Even when you feel like you've given everything you have and you're running on empty. It's about letting God do the work He's been planning all along. God doesn't see you as broken. He sees you as someone He's still shaping, someone He's still molding, someone He's still refining. He's not looking at your mistakes. He's looking at the masterpiece He's creating from them. And every tear you've cried, every struggle you've faced, every moment you thought you couldn't make it through, that's part of the process. I want you to imagine something for a moment. Picture a potter at the wheel shaping clay. The clay doesn't look perfect in the beginning. It's messy, it's unformed, it's rough. But with every spin of the wheel, the potter is molding it into something beautiful. Even when it feels like you're being shaped and stretched, trust that God is at work, refining you, making you into something better than you were before. Don't choose the rope, choose the potter.
God has not walked away from you. He's not abandoning you. He's waiting for you to let Him finish what He started in you. And here's the beautiful truth. He will never give up on you. He will never stop working in your life until His perfect work is complete. Right now, I want you to take a deep breath. And if you're willing, Let go of the lie that says you're not worthy of God's love, or that you're too far gone for redemption. Let go of the rope and choose to trust that God has more for you. He has healing. He has hope. He has a future full of purpose waiting for you, and it's never too late to step into it. Now, I want to hear from you. What's one thing you're going to trust God with today? Maybe it's your fear, your brokenness, or your future. Maybe it's your relationships or your finances. Whatever it is, God is big enough to handle it. So, I challenge you today to surrender just one thing. Let it go into His hands. You don't have to fix it yourself. If this message spoke to your heart, share it with someone who needs it. Don't let this be a message that just stays with you. Pass it on, because the truth is, we all need to hear that God's not done with us. We all need the reminder that there's hope beyond the rope. And finally, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. This channel exists to give you the encouragement and strength you need to keep going. So, hit that bell so you never miss a video that could help change your life. As we wrap up, I want to remind you one last time, God is not done with you. You may feel like you're walking through the darkest valley, but remember, it's just the start of your journey to a greater place. God is shaping something beautiful out of your pain, and you are loved more deeply than you will ever know. If you ever find yourself doubting, come back to this truth. God's not done with you. Never forget that. And if you need more encouragement, check out my other videos. I'm here for you. You're not alone in this. God's got you. Stay blessed. Keep fighting. Keep trusting. Keep believing. And I'll see you in the next video.